was thinking about making a video where I give 25 plus tips on how to be a professional elite premier driver. Elite premier driver is a term coined by UDM, and it fits the bill perfectly. I think I'm going to cut it up into sections and give one point at a time so there's not an overload, because there's a lot of specific things to this. Number one, it's going to make every cherry picker on this planet cringe, but those who are interested in being the poster child for GRUBHUB, let's start here. So I think I'm going to do this by experience. If I have an experience and I go above and beyond for GRUBHUB, I'm just going to vlog it. And we're just, every time I have it, because I run into an experience like this at least once a week, I'm going to tell you, the driver, the bad experience and what I did to go above and beyond for GRUBHUB to fix it, to remedy it. So today, the second from the last delivery I had, it was, I think, 20-minute drive total from the restaurant to the customer house, and it's way out here. You know, and I got stuff I really wanted. You know, I needed to get off at 4 p.m., which was when I was scheduled to get off, and get to the house and take care of some stuff I've had planned for a very, very long time. So it's really important for me to quit doing what I'm doing and start heading to the house at 4 p.m. And then I got a phone call from a customer. Hey man, I ordered 12 pieces of chicken, but I only got 2 pieces of chicken. Needless to say, my heart sank. Now I can tell you what not to do. Here's what not to do in this situation. Do not immediately say, then call GRUBHUB. If you want to be the poster child of GRUBHUB, go above and beyond, have that golden smiley face beside your name in their server. Do not tell the customer to call in GRUBHUB for a full refund. Don't do it. I usually redirect the customer to the restaurant because they're the ones that made the order. Your job is to take that order and deliver it to the customer. Now, in this case, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I delivered what I was given, but the second order was twice as big as the first order I delivered, so obviously they screwed up. But who's to say one way or the other? You know, the food business is a grimy business. So if you tell the customer to call GRUBHUB and tell them about the order, they're going to refund. So you're looking at $10 to $15 toward for the phone call itself. For the customer calling into GRUBHUB's $10 to $15. If GRUBHUB issues that refund, tip and all, mind you, we're looking at somewhere upwards of $75. So I'm like, hey, call the restaurant and tell them that if they're willing to make it right, I'm willing to re-deliver it. And I really want to go home, but I want to keep retention up. This guy tipped pretty decent too, I ain't gonna lie. This guy didn't do me bad at all. It's worth it. I want his business again. The downside is the guy called the restaurant and ripped the guy at the restaurant's hind end. We all get hangry, so that kind of made me not want to do it, because I'm not big on ass rippings, you know. Whatever. So one thing led to another, and I eventually called the restaurant myself, because the restaurant at this point is blaming it all on me. Well, we gave him that order, and we know for a fact it was right. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh god. All right. I call the restaurant. Hey, instead of just sitting here going on about the storyline, I'll just get straight to the point. If you're willing to remake the food, I'm willing to re-deliver it. And the restaurant obliged. They were like, to make your life a little easier, to make this customer happy and get him to shut the hell up, we'll do just that. In the meantime, I lost contact. You know, he called me through the app, and those are encrypted numbers. So that timed out and disconnected us. And luckily, he got furious enough to call GRUBHUB. Now, I know that defeats the purpose, but it kind of saved my hind end. So GRUBHUB reached out to me and it's like, we got a complaint. I'm like, yes, I'm already on my way back to his house with the recorrected order. Okay, I'll tell him. So it might have costed GRUBHUB $10, $15 because he called in, but because they got a hold of me and they didn't have to issue a refund, so they saved $50. Cherry pickers, you're going to cringe and say, well, I wouldn't do that for no amount of money, blah, blah, blah. No. GRUBHUB has done nothing but be good to me. And they've been there for me. And I want to be there for them. They really need help right now. So I was happy to do it. I was expecting the customer to kind of tear into me, but I guess he realized that was 1 in a million. The 1 in a million chance that the driver would willingly and freely redeliver the food at no extra cost. Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I wasn't mad at you. I was just frustrated because I have little kids.
We all get hangry.
And they haven't eaten, and they're like,
yeah.
You know, they were waiting an hour, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And then I call the restaurant, and they're like, oh no, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh. But obviously they remade it, so obviously it was their fault. Are you good?
Yeah.
I'm good. Are you sure?
Yeah, I love GRUBHUB. I want to make them look as good as possible in this situation. So we're good.
I'm gonna go in and let them know you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Done me on.
Did they call you and tell you I was on my way? Because I couldn't call you back through the number. Oh, good deal. Good deal.
You did great. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Enjoy your meal. Thank you. Now, when I have done that in the past, this happens about once a week to me, by the way. A lot of the time, a whole lot of the time, I get extra cash in my hand. Now, this guy reached for his back pocket, and I told him, no, we're good. We're good. Because I really don't know who screwed up. I think it was the restaurant, but it could have been me. I don't think it was, but I'm not going to eliminate the fact. No, I want to make GRUBHUB look good. I love GRUBHUB. Enjoy your meal. So, that's step one on how to be the best of the best premier drivers for GRUBHUB. There's probably 200 things I do that's almost unheard of. And it is a statistic at GRUBHUB, by the way. It is, because when I told her I was correcting the order, she goes, all right, I'll put you in as correcting the order. I'll write down that you corrected the order. So it is a statistic that they are gathering at GRUBHUB. It is a brownie point, if you will, underneath your name, and a golden smiley face and a star, rainbows, whatever have you. It's just the way I imagine it. If I was running a company like GRUBHUB, that would, yeah, I'd be like, anybody willing to correct an order for free and not complain about it, I want to know. I want to know that person, you know. I want to hook them up. And as a result, my tips usually outweigh my delivery pay. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. But GRUBHUB is so good to us, guys. They've done a lot for the driver community. They're a lot nicer than other platforms out there, and I plan myself personally to take care of that the best that I can, because I want them to be around for a very, very long time. But the only way that's going to happen is for us to step up and be on our A game. Now, I have found myself in situations where I can't do that. I couldn't redeliver the order. I'm getting 2 orders at a time from GRUBHUB, and I'd had to backtrack, and it caused the orders in front of me to be late. If you think you can pull it off, go for it. But there has been times in the middle of the day I'm on block, and I'd have to drop 2 orders and drop my block in order to fix a problem like that. You know, just so happened this order happened at the end of my day, and I just completed my very last delivery, and I had 20 minutes to spare, and I went and re-delivered the order on the house just to help GRUBHUB out from losing their ass. So, it all depends on your situation. You're the boss. You're the independent contractor. The hardest part about being an independent contractor is making your own decisions. The easiest, the best part of being an independent contractor is making your own decisions. And until next time, peace.